as we said at the beginning of the year, we would judge it as the season unwound. I'll never put a number of wins on somebody because there's so many things that can happen, so many things out of someone's control. And at the beginning of the year, I believe I said, maybe not directly quote what I said, because I may get the words exactly right, but I hope the season would be a really exciting season for everybody involved, fans, players, coaches. And in the end, I think we had more disappointments than we all would have liked to have had.
Jamie talked a little bit about how it's going to be a pretty wide open field with a lot of other schools looking for coaches too. What's your pitch? What are you trying to sell to people right now to stand out?
We have a lot to sell. We have the greatest fans, I think, in the country. Our fans, and I know a lot of schools say that, but I think our fans prove it. Our fans have done far greater for us than we've given to our fans. And this, to set a attendance record this season, coming off of 5 wins in the last 2 years, to have 52,500 plus for the last 5 straight seasons, is absolutely phenomenal. So the fan support is second to none. We have the facilities. We don't have to go out and tell a coach, well, if you come here, we'll do this or we'll do that. We've done it. And everything's in place. And thirdly, I think we have a locker room full of potential, that we are poised and ready to perform at the next level. We've just got to find that leader that can take us over the hump and get us to that next level of football. Well, the salary structure is fluid because you deal with what the marketplace deals you. And we're certainly going to be competitive for what we need to get done. I'm not worried about that at all. As far as timing, it's I'll take my chances because I think we've proven that we're pretty effective about how we do a search process, and we'll see how it turns out.
Do you have a timeline in place, when, like a date in mind, you want to get this settled by?
No, you never do that because there's so many ebbs and flows, and the most important thing is that you can find the right person and then hopefully close the deal on the right person. But that, there's an art to it, and there's no one cookie cutter way to do it. We chose right. And I said it when we made the change with Dan McCarney. What are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for somebody like the man sitting next to me, Dan McCarney. I think we chose right. Unfortunately, choosing right doesn't always mean they're going to, have the best outcome. I've said many a time that you want to be in the bunker with somebody you want to be in the bunker with, and we were in the bunker with the right person with Paul Rhoads. It just, in the end, it's time for new leadership. It's a hard job, but they're all hard. Okay, if you're at Alabama, it's hard because you're not supposed to lose. So that's hard too. But it's hard being athletics director. It's hard being the basketball coach. It's hard being the director of marketing. It's just, but we need people that understand that and are excited by that. We're not looking for somebody that's going to ride into town thinking that they know more than everybody else. They got to come in and understand the environment, and they got to be up for the fight. Because the rest of the Big 12 is not going to sit back and say, well, okay, let the new guy win. They're going to have to fight their way through a very tough league, and so they got to be up for the challenge. And that's part of what makes the search process an art. Is that's not the easiest thing to figure out in the process, okay? And that's why most coaching searches, if you were to go back and look, why is there so much turnover in our business? Because we're all trying to do the same thing, win, and half of us have to lose.
Yeah. For you, what's the key when you go through that process, trying to find that guy that fits everything you just said about embracing the challenge?
I think you got to stay true to your values and find somebody that understands and fits with the Iowa State culture. And that, I think we've done a really good job. When I look at all our coaches and our staff throughout our department, finding people that understand and fit the culture here is extremely important, because this isn't a one-person job. This is a job that the football coach needs the support of everybody in our department in order to help get there. We can't miss on any cylinders. And so if you have a coach that doesn't treat people with respect and understands that they need all those people to support them, they probably are not going to be successful at Iowa State.
Jason, you said that this wasn't about the Kansas State loss, it was an accumulation of things. But if Iowa State beats Kansas State, are we sitting here today?
It's a hypothetical question. I wish I could. I wish I had the opportunity to answer that question in real time. You know, but unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Jimmy, you talked about the money. You know, how being a seller's market, it costs a little bit more. The $4.5 million buyout, the $750,000 roughly a year. How much of a complication does that kind of insert into your job and the coaching search in general?
None, because one of the things that we've done over the last 10 years is that I'm very proud of is we've run an athletics program that it's not only invested in itself, but is prepared for a day like this. And you know, those decisions that get made along the way, you know, my staff, some of them are here, but they've heard me say it before. When we make decisions, I make decisions based on the fact that I plan to be here. And a lot of my peers around the country make decisions in the moment. And it's moments like this that I'm glad we made the decisions with sustainability in mind, because we put ourselves in a position that we could deal with that type of a buyout issue. But I also look around the country and go, there's people paying a lot more for their buyouts because they made some rash decisions in the moment. And you know, the price of poker just continues to go up. And I think we've positioned ourselves very well to have to deal with that. There's no way around it. I mean, 5 years from now, the cost of getting the wrong person will be even far greater than it is today. And 10 years, it'll be even a multiplier. And if you went back and looked at it 5 years ago, you know, you'd go, wow, okay? So you've got to make decisions all the time that aren't just in the moment, that you're thinking about what that impact could be down the road. And we've positioned ourselves really well to be able to deal with that issue. I don't like to spend that kind of money because I'm prudent, but it's the cost of doing business.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.